Afternoon, everybody. I'm Russ Lewis here in the KHOU newsroom. Hope you're having a good Friday, a good Valentine's Day today. On a little bit late today here at 3 o'clock, trying to get an update on a couple of the big stories that we see that you're clicking on. And the one that we're following up on right now is what happened out at Mayde Creek Jr. High. This is in Katy ISD, I believe just north of I-10 in the Katy area. So just after noon today, a bunch of kids were in the cafeteria. One of their cell phones, something happened with the battery. It started malfunctioning and this phone started smoking. They're not calling it an explosion or a fire, just said it started smoking. And this happens all the time, but this one sounded especially bad because we're talking about 10 kids that had to go to the hospital with smoke inhalation. So this was pretty significant. Again, in the cafeteria. Now, they were on an early release day in Katy ISD today, so this happened right about the time they were going to let out for the day, close to 1 o'clock. Again, some kids in the cafeteria, so buses were coming and going and parents were coming and going at the time, so they had to get traffic control out there and work through all that. But the Harris County Fire Marshal is investigating this, going to find out just what went wrong with that phone. We don't know the extent of the injuries with these kids. Again, 10 had to be transported, but the school district saying smoke inhalation, but that's all the school district would say. That may be all they know at this point. But we are working on that for the 411 coming up here in 1 hour. So we'll have an update on the TV side here with what those investigators are out there doing and the extent of the injuries on the kids. Hopefully nobody too badly hurt with this inhaling of smoke from this cell phone that malfunctioned out there at school today. This is again Mayde Creek Jr. High in Katy ISD. The other story that a lot of you are clicking on today, and it's just really, really a sad story on Valentine's Day, a horrible head-on crash took the life of a local choir director and award-winning gospel singer this morning. And a cement truck may have caused all of this. You're looking at one of the victims in that crash there, Dr. LaTanya Earl. This happened on Old Humble Road near Bender Road this morning. So a cement truck apparently spilled some wet cement onto the roadway there. One car hit that wet cement, lost control, slid and hit another vehicle head on. Dr. Earl was in one of those vehicles. She died. A 19-year-old in the other vehicle also died in this wreck. It was just devastating, the crashing of these two vehicles at such a high speed. And they're just looking right now at this. You see the cement plant right there that maybe a cement truck malfunctioned somehow and dropped some of that wet cement onto the roadway there that one of those two vehicles hit. Dr. Earl won numerous gospel music awards, was choir director at the church at Bethel's Family, and we're being told that there will be a vigil at the church tonight at 6 o'clock. Another story we're following on the 411 and all of our newscasts today here at KHOU. Our condolences going out to the church involved here, and of course Dr. Earl's family as well on her passing in that horrible car wreck today. We'll keep you posted on what's going on with that, and as investigators look at the cause there to see if they can confirm what they believe at this point with the wet cement. All right, let's check the forecast right now as we get into the weekend here. I know a lot of you are interested in what's going to happen out there, and we have Addison Green back in the Weather Center to tell us all about that. Addison?
Hey, Ross, thank you. Yeah, we are noticing it is a fine way to wrap up the work week on a nice, lovely note, I may add. Valentine's Day is here, of course, and we're talking about temperatures getting up into the low 60s before the day is done. And we've already started to see this wind direction shifting from a northeasterly direction to more the southeast, helping to bring in a little bit more warmth and also a little more moisture in the air as well, which will help it to not feel as bitterly chilly as it did feel earlier on today, where we had some kind of chilly temperatures being reported for areas north and west of Harris County. Outside right now, you can't find a single cloud in the vicinity. There's a nice, beautiful shot of downtown. Temperatures around 60 degrees up there from Bush into Continental. There is that wind shift, I should say, east-southeast, 6 miles per hour. Dew points are running low, but we are still having high pressure with us. So as it makes its way to the east, we'll bring that onshore flow, bringing up the moisture content. Temperature-wise, we got 60 degrees in Sugar Land, 58 in Brenham. Hey, everyone in Galveston, 56 degrees. You're going to have some nice weather out there for the Mardi Gras festivities this weekend. And we have noticed those windy conditions from earlier on today have subsided, but they're still coming in out of the east-northeasterly direction at roughly about, say, 5-10 miles per hour or so. It's currently relatively on the drier side of things, those dew points and relative humidity running low on both ends of the spectrum. But high pressure, situated right about here or so, is bringing in this nice northeasterly flow, and we're just starting to see those winds starting to shift directions coming in out of the east-southeasterly direction. But temperatures across Texas range in the mid-30s in Amarillo, up in the Panhandle, to the low 60s as you go down in towards the southern tip. Across the nation we go, where we are dealing with some bitter cold air. And right about here, all across from the northern plains, the Great Lakes, the northeast, temperatures range in the single digits to below freezing, and that is where that core of cold air will stay. Thankfully, high pressure, located right about here, is making its way to the east, taking that chilly air with it. As a result, we have that east-southeasterly flow coming on in, helping to bring up the warmth, bring in the moisture, hence keeping up our temperatures on the nicer end of things. And many locations across the nation's heartland have seen that warm up in temperatures come through. Across the northern plains especially, temperatures have jumped up a good 10 to nearly 25 degrees in the past 24 hours. Here in Houston, where our temperatures haven't changed all that much, but we are still having that sunshine down, so it does feel nice to be outside. Make sure you do have those sunglasses out. So high pressure dominating a good 2/3 of the country, as you can see right there from the central plains all the way out there towards the east coast. There's still some scattered shower activity in Florida if you're heading on that way. And there is a system we're watching across the high plains of Montana, where they are kicking up some snow showers. But for us here across the Lone Star State, there we go. Nice Mr. Sunshine shining on down, giving us a nice pleasant day. But if you have any allergy concerns, we do have some high concerns running right there from cedar, elm, and oak. Yeah, definitely you're going to have to grab the allergy medication when you step outside. Even the grasses and the mold is still becoming an issue. Now, the jet stream winds are that band of winds that go around the planet in the northern hemisphere from the west to the east generally, and we are noticing that we do have a good amount of it making its way across the southern portion of the country. As we go through the next several days, this is going to help to be our guide for our weather here in Texas, as we're still going to be keeping this kind of zonal flow flowing on in from west to east, and the southern jet of the jet stream will be rather active, hence giving Houston a chance for some wet weather next week as we bring around some moisture right off the Pacific and also coming in off the Gulf a little bit right across portions of Texas. So unfortunately, after we go through a relatively nice weekend, we're going to have to break out the umbrellas once again for much of next week. But your day today, it's gorgeous. We had a chilly start. We'll have a nice cool finish. We're going to watch cloud cover increase for Saturday into Sunday, and there is a very small chance right there of seeing some light rain showers Saturday night into Sunday, but it's like 10% chance, so don't cancel any plans over that little issue. By Sunday afternoon, the sun is shining back with some scattered clouds, and then we head out towards President's Day, where we do see scattered showers linger around across much of eastern Texas. Cold front drops on down Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we will watch more rain showers come across our vicinity. Behind that cold front, though, typically the skies clear on out, temperatures cool down. We'll get the cool down part, but the skies won't clear out. Unfortunately, we have a good amount of rainfall potentially coming on in across much of central and southern Texas, making for several days in a row right here of shower activity we'll have to keep our eyes on. And also look at the temperatures right here by Thursday. Ugh, that is just chilly. 40s for lows, 50s for highs, and that's about it, with a good breeze coming in out of the north. Type of day you're gonna have to break out the winter jacket and keep the umbrella handy with you. But your day today looking lovely, tomorrow looking pretty good as well. Get those outdoor plans underway. And then for Sunday, still not that bad, mostly cloudy skies. Monday, President's Day, temperatures close to 80 degrees maybe. And then we see those numbers start to go downhill afterwards. We'll have more information on that forecast and more stories coming on up on the 411. Stay tuned for that.